Hi, what is up my dudes? It's Ariel, if you know me, or if you don't know me, still Ariel. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about my fall wardrobe essentials. I feel like they're a pretty basic set of clothes that one would need for fall. In my personal opinion, if I could only have 10 pieces in my wardrobe for fall, these would be them. I feel like they all could be switched out and like worn with each other, if that makes sense. And I also feel like they're a great starting point if you're trying to build a good set of staples and then add on to that with statement pieces or whatever it is. These are just my faves and what I feel like are essentials for fall, because fall is upon us. Yes, it is. And I'm so excited about that. I can't wait till it gets cold so I could really start dressing. But yeah, most of these are gonna be not thrifted because I feel like if I show you stuff that I thrifted, you might not be able to find the same one that I have if like that's what you wanted. But you definitely can thrift everything on this list. And honestly, I'd recommend it if you're on a budget. But also most of the stuff that I have, and I'm gonna show you, are semi-affordable depending on like what your budget is, but I'm a college student and I feel like they were reasonable for me. I think that this is a great video for students as well because this is basically what I wear to classes. I know on like Instagram and like wherever else I wear more extravagant outfits, but these are like daily drivers. These are what I need on the day-to-day and wear to class, wear on a chill day to do errands or hang out with friends or literally anything unless I'm like stepping out, you know? So without further ado, let's get into it. And my first item is gonna have to be an oversized zip-up hoodie, and the one that I have today is the infamous Brandy Melville zip-up. I just picked this one up for fall in black. I had another one but I lost it, so I had to replace it because I wear it that much. Such a staple of mine. And yeah, this is the Christie hoodie in large/XL, like the oversized fit one, and I think that these are such a good staple. They originally were manufactured by this brand Yellow Rat Bastard, which is like a New York City based brand, or it was, and then Brandy Melville I guess bought them out and took over their manufacturing, so now they carry these hoodies. They're such good quality. I know Brandy Melville is like, I know they suck, I fully know they suck, but I think for 40 bucks this is such a good pickup and completely worth it to me. They're like cozy inside and fairly heavy, so I feel like for fall you could use it kind of as a jacket stand-in depending on where you live. I live in New York and I can wear this up until like the end of October as a jacket over whatever I have on and be fairly warm. So I feel like this is just a great staple to have. I wear mine way too much. I also have this in like 5 other colors. I have the black, the gray, the cream, the green, the brown, but also if you weren't trying to support Brandy Melville, I would not knock you. I also have some zip-up hoodies from Aritzia in their like cozy fleece material, it's called, that I also really love. Those were gifted to me because I worked with them, but they're amazing quality. They are a bit more expensive than the Brandy Melville ones, but great alternative if you're not trying to shop at Brandy Melville, because understandable. So that would be my #1 favorite. And coming in at #2 would be a graphic tee/thermal. I'm grouping these together because they can kind of be interchangeable or worn together. I'll explain. We all know graphic tees, like nothing crazy. This is one of my faves that I'm wearing today. I also picked up this one this fall and it's from Urban Outfitters. I usually just thrift or get all of my graphic tees secondhand in some way, shape, or form, but this one I actually bought retail because I thought that the tarantula graphic was just really cool and I've been looking for like a spider shirt for some reason. Another graphic tee that I really love and plan on wearing a lot this season is this one. It's from Heaven by Marc Jacobs, one of their first collections, if not their first collection. And then this one is Comme des Garçons shirt, and it's just like reverse printed, so like the print is on the inside but it shows through to the outside, and I think it's cool. So I feel like graphic tees of course are an essential, but what I like to do during the fall is pair them with a thermal underneath, especially tees that have a back graphic like this one, because the graphic is super cool, but if you put on like a flannel or like a zip-up hoodie over over it, then you can't really see the back. So I love to put a thermal long sleeve underneath, and then that's a fit. And it's warm, it's like layered, so it adds another dimension to your fit. And you could also find really cool thermals themselves that you could wear on their own or pair underneath a tee. So I feel like it's pretty versatile. I have a thermal in, I want to say, every color: black, white, cream, gray, I think. And I wear them all the time. They're also really great to wear to bed, so I feel like they get a double life out of them in that way. Some mornings, if I'm running late to class, I'll just wake up in the thermal, throw on a t-shirt over it, and then go to class. So easy, and it looks so cool. I feel like I don't see people do this as much as they should, or as much as like I think it's a good idea and I wear it. I don't know, I think it looks so great. I wish more people did it, so now I'm telling you, so you could do it. Anyways, moving on to the next item, they would have to be baggy jeans. And I have on a pair right now. These are like a lighter wash, but these are literally the same jean in kind of like a darker, dirty looking wash. I also have them in two other colors. I have them in a regular, just basic denim blue, and then a washed denim blue. Literally the same exact jean. They're from Urban Outfitters. I really like them. The fit is just like perfect for me. I originally got my first pair gifted because I worked with Urban last year. And then I was like, wait, I'm wearing these jeans all the time. I love them. I need more, because I found myself literally wearing them like every day. And I feel like they were such an essential and that they'd be worth it for me to get them in some other colors. So I did. I bought them in the other 3 colors 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've already been wearing them a ton. They're literally like the only jeans I have been wearing because it's still kind of warm, and these are kind of like breathable, they're loose, and I love wearing them with a regular fitting tee because they're low rise and they kind of show like the perfect amount of skin if you're into like a slightly cropped look. These ones specifically are from Urban, and I could link them below. When I got the other pairs I got, they were having a sale, so I got them for $35 or $40 each, which I think is super reasonable. But otherwise, usually I just thrift all of my pants. I'd say 90% of my pants are either thrifted or secondhand. So if you're not trying to buy those ones in specific, you could easily go to the thrift. I'd recommend looking in the men's section for guys or girls, and maybe picking up a pair of jeans that are 1 or 2 sizes bigger than your regular size, and they'll usually have a cool baggy fit. I like a carpenter jean as well, with like the pockets on the side and the little hook. And last fall I had a pair that were really my faves and I wore them all the time. They were from Wrangler, so that's another alternative. But either way, I feel like they're perfect to throw on. Baggy jeans, graphic tee with a thermal underneath, that's a fit that's so easy and so cool, but also very low effort, very comfortable. I love it. Or like tee with a zip up hoodie. You get what I mean, you get what I mean. So yeah, that would have to be another staple of mine for sure. And then next up, I have a pair of non-jean pants. It's kind of vague, but I guess it's kind of open to your own personal style. They could be a pair of like work slack style pants, but personally I don't really wear work looking pants that much. But like, if that's your vibe, I really recommend Dickies. I was a big fan of the Dickies original fit when I was in high school, and I had them in so many colors. I don't know if you can tell, but whenever I like something, I just buy it in all the colors and I switch it out. But my pants that I'd recommend that aren't jeans are these parachute pants, but really they could also be any cargos. I know parachute pants are like the trendy pant. They had their moment, I guess, last summer and last fall, but I've had these since then and I wear them literally all the time, at least once a week. They're also so easy to throw on if I'm just running out to get groceries or like do something quickly. And I also really like them because when it gets colder, not really now, but when it gets colder, it's so nice to just throw on a pair of leggings underneath, and they're so warm. They look good, cozy. I love them. I usually wear them with the bottom tie undone, so they have a wider leg fit, but also any cargos are perfect. These ones are from Jaded London and they were sent to me. They sent me 3 colors of them and I literally wear them all the time. I think retail on them is kind of expensive, like $90, but if I were to buy them myself, I would think it's worth it just because of how much I wear them. But I guess it's up to you. Tons of other places also do like parachute cargo style pants, very similar, so I guess you could look around, and I'm sure you could find the Jaded ones secondhand on like Depop or wherever, but those are genuinely such a staple of mine. I have them in cream and burgundy also. I have some regular cargos that I thrifted from the brands Gap and Wrangler that I really love. They are a bit thicker and less breathable, so in that sense I prefer the jaded ones more, or like a parachute pant, because they have that thin material. Again, if it's not really your vibe to wear like a cargo style pant, I guess you could change it for a pair of loose dress slacks, because they can also kind of accomplish the same goal. Easy to throw on, comfortable, but also look cool. That I feel like it's an essential in everyone's wardrobe. Next up, because of course we are talking about fall, I would say you need a jacket of some sort when it gets a bit colder and you can't really wear your zip up everywhere. So a jacket I feel like is a staple, is a leather jacket, and there are so many kinds of leather jackets. You could find a vintagey style one. I know that the moto kind of racer style jackets were really popular this time last year, but I think if I were to buy only one leather jacket, it would be kind of a vintagey oversized one like this, because I think that it could be worn with so many different things and it's really timeless. Also, because it's already worn in, I don't know, it's not in perfect condition, there's not really much pressure to keep it looking nice or save it for a nice occasion or whatever. It's like perfect to throw on, get more battered, have more life to it, and it kind of just adds to the look, you know? You know what I mean? I'm pretty particular about keeping some of my nicer stuff in good condition, but I feel like with this jacket I could just go roll through the mud, do whatever, and it will still be a jacket I love. Like, I could beat it up and it's still perfect, which I really appreciate, especially in something that I'll wear every day. I have at least like 6 leather jackets of some sort. Some are varsity jackets, which are also kind of an essential if you'd prefer it to a leather jacket. I would say if you're getting a varsity jacket, I would go for vintage ones, because they have gotten a lot more trendy the past year or two, but I find that the ones that are made by brands, unless they're selling for like a really hefty price tag, like $400 or $500, they're usually not great quality and are either not real leather or just like constructed poorly or look cheap. I've seen so many of them that like fit into one of those categories, and I feel like in that sense it's not really worth it, and also it won't really do its job as well. Like, it won't last for season after season, and as you use it, it will start to look old rather than starting to just look worn in and still be cool, you know? That's just what I personally think. I got my leather jacket, this brown one, on eBay, and I think that's where I've gotten most of my leather jackets, for like 30 or 40 bucks. And I also would recommend Poshmark as well. All of my leather jackets though are by the brand Wilson's Leather. I ran into one of their jackets one time when I was thrifting. It wasn't my size or like the style I wanted, but I went home and looked it up, and they have so many good leather jackets, amazing quality, and you could find them for a decent price. Like, they're not rare or anything, they're constructed really well, I find, and yeah, I just like them. They have cool moto style ones, they have like oversized vintagey ones like this. You need a leather jacket. Everyone needs a leather jacket, in my opinion. And I feel like the leather jacket now is what the denim jacket was 5 or 6 years ago, when everyone would put on a denim jacket with a hoodie underneath or with a sweater. I don't know, it was just a closet staple. I feel like the leather jacket is taking the place of that kind of item in your wardrobe. So yeah, get a leather jacket. Okay, next up definitely does not have to be specific to the one I have, and it's really fun to put your own personal spin on it based on your own style and what you like and gravitate towards, but a knit sweater. You need at least one good knit sweater that's like cool but also basic enough that you could switch it out with the other pieces in your wardrobe. Like this sweater, this is from Stussy, it came out last season, and I feel like it could match with all the things that I've shown already, which I really love about it. I have a lot of knit sweaters, and I'd say most of them, or a lot of them that I do have, are Stussy, because I think that they do really fun knits for like the winter and fall season, and I always treat myself to like 1 or 2 each year because I know I'll wear them, and I think they're so so unique and cool. I just really like them. They are kind of pricey, like $120 if you buy them for retail, and you used to be able to find them for a lower, better price on like Depop and wherever else, but now because Stussy is like being hyped, you can't really find them resale for a good price. So I'd recommend like getting their newsletter, and they'll tell you when they have drops. That's how I like am in the know. And then I just go to their store in Soho and pick it up, or like you could order it or whatever. But yeah, I really like Stussy knits, but of course you could find really cool knits on Grailed or Depop, or you could thrift them. I think it's super easy to thrift really nice quality basic knits from whatever thrift store. I feel like it's one of those things you'll always find at least one or two of them. Like, they're not hard to come by. But if you wanted a more statement or a certain type of knit sweater, I definitely would recommend Stussy for my own personal taste. I've come across a lot of cool brands on Instagram that have nice knits. I really like Hysteric Glamour knits, and I feel like if you do want a nicer knit for winter, like a knit sweater, I think it's worth the investment. Paying $100 to $150 for a nice knit sweater that will hold up throughout the years, worth it in my opinion. So that to me is like definitely an essential, whether it's a more out there or like designer knit or just a basic like thrifted knit. You need a knit. You need a knit. Okay, next up, most of this stuff has been unisex, but this I would say is for the girls mainly. But I've seen guys also take part in this style for winter and fall of last year, and I really, really love the look of it. But my next fall essential is a pleated skirt. I feel like everyone needs a pleated skirt. I wear this pleated skirt to death. It's just a plain black one. I forget where I got this because I got it in high school, I think, and I've just worn it ever since. But it's super similar to the tennis skirt by American Apparel. This one is a bit low rise and it has shorts built into it, and I just wear it all the time. It's a really nice alternative to wearing baggy jeans or pants, and I feel like fall is the perfect time for skirts because when it gets too cold, I don't want to have my legs out. So that's like prime jean time, but I love to take advantage of like the semi nice weather and wear a skirt in the fall. And I think that pleated skirts are one of the most classic and flattering silhouettes on like every body type. I used to be really hesitant to wear a pleated skirt because I'm pretty tall, so I feel like a lot of the time they would look too short for me, but that's relative and I've come to really love it, whether it's too short or not. And also I really love a plaid pleated skirt. I have a ton, but this is the most recent one I picked up this season. I think I got it last week on Poshmark and it just came in. It just has green, gray, and black plaid, and it has these little stars embroidered here, and the back says rock and roll. I just thought it was super cute. It has like a raw looking hem, and it's from Mandy in the 90s. Super cute. I like to style them with a tee or a tank top, and then you could throw on a leather jacket or even a zip up hoodie on top and a pair of boots, and that's a fit, and it's super cute. It's like just casual enough to wear to class if you want to like have a cute day, pull a look, but it's also nice enough to where like you could wear it with a sweater or a cardigan or a blazer, and then it's kind of more of like a dressy type of vibe. You could wear it in a bunch of different contexts basically. And if you're not really into the shorter pleated skirt, I also love a longer pleated skirt, and I'd definitely say they're another essential in my wardrobe. Honestly, I might wear longer pleated skirts more just because I feel like I have to worry less about my skirt flying up or sitting on the subway and my leg touching the seat, because I'm very type A about that. This one is from Stussy from like years ago, I think maybe 2019, but I got it on Poshmark last year, and I think it's a really fun pleated skirt with this like checkerboard print on it. I'd say because of the colors it's probably more for spring than fall, but I also have some pleated midi length plaid skirts that I really like, and even just basic color ones. You could also wear them with a hoodie, and it's like mixing chill with more dressy. I like to do that and then wear a pair of sneakers with it. You could switch it out with like whatever you have, and I feel like it looks really good, but again is minimal effort, and I feel like that's the core of what you need. Looking good easily. What more can you want? Okay, for the last 3 items, I'm gonna move away from clothing itself. And first, I'll tell you a little accessory, which for me would have to be a messenger bag. This is the bag I use for school now. I used to carry a Telfar bag, but again, I didn't like having to worry about keeping it in nice condition. Like, I wouldn't want to just throw it on the floor under my desk or whatever. So I decided to just buy a cheap messenger bag. I found this one on Depop, but then I did a little more research and it's actually originally from Amazon. So I'll link the one I found on Amazon below. It's literally exactly the same. They were on Amazon for like 20 bucks and they have a bunch of different colors as well. But it's just a basic messenger bag, 2 flaps, and then a lot of space inside. I like to wear mine across one shoulder, like a tote. You could also wear it crossbody and it looks super cool. I just love a messenger bag. I think that it could easily go with any of the items that I showed, and it's really fun to customize as well. I have this little holder for my ID. I have these Sanrio plushie keychains, and I've been collecting a bunch of pins as well just to decorate it, and I want to put patches on there too, maybe some ribbon, just like go all out. This is another thing I think looks even better when it's more worn and you could just like have fun with it. I was thinking of maybe putting plaid patches on it. I really want to Courage the Cowardly Dog patch. You could kind of just customize it to represent you personally. Yeah, it's a good staple. I like the green color because again, it goes with everything without being black or white. And I also like that it's like a unisex kind of vibe. And the last 2 essentials I'm gonna mention are shoes. So the first category is sneakers. I'm a big sneaker person. I wear sneakers like 5 out of 7 days of the week. And I really like sneakers that I don't have to bend down to put on, just because when I'm running out the house, I need to just slide my foot in and go. So these 2 sneakers that I just showed you, my Nike Shox and my Solomons, have been the most worn for me as of late. But of course, you could wear any sneaker suited to your style. I like a more techie or clunky looking sneaker versus like an Adidas Samba. I don't know, I feel like it adds more dimension to your outfit. But I also appreciate a sleek, understated looking sneaker because it matches with everything and you can't go wrong. If I only had to get one sneaker and would recommend it to you, I would say the Adidas Samba because I have a pair that I do wear a lot, but I feel like it could get a bit boring and repetitive because it's like black and white, kind of plain, but the same reason it's boring is also what makes it good. But otherwise, I really like my Nike Shox because they just look a little different. They remind me of like an alien shoe. Silver shoes, like metallic colored sneakers. I think it's a really fun way to kind of have a neutral, but also it's like kind of different, you know, because like you could wear silver with anything if you're a silver person like I am, but it's also different from like a black sneaker or a white sneaker. So would also recommend that. I know Autry has a pair of silver sneakers and they have a shape similar to Sambas. They sent me a pair last year and I haven't worn them yet, but I do think I'm gonna break them out this season. So I'll link those below if I could find them. And lastly, you're gonna need a black boot. Everyone, of course, needs a black boot. I would say that these are my black boot of the season. I have about 5 or 6 pairs of black boots, but these are the ones that I would wear the most. If I was going on a trip or something and I could only bring 1 pair of boots, it would probably be those. Another pair of black boots, kind of, that I like, but everyone knows about, and like, I don't know, I wouldn't say they're played out because they're a classic shoe, but they're just more common, are the Doc Marten Jaden platform shoe. I don't really like the boot version of them, but I like the lower, like loafer looking version. I think either like the harness boot, mine are from Fry, but you could find harness boots that are black leather and look very similar literally anywhere. I got mine on Poshmark for like 50 bucks. Or like the Jaden Doc Marten platform, another great shoe. Those are my favorite black boots, but you could go with any black boot, truly and honestly. But yeah, those are my top 10 favorites for fall, or like basics, wardrobe essentials, things I would need, I couldn't live without in my wardrobe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I guess found it helpful if you're trying to like build a wardrobe or you're figuring out the missing pieces in your wardrobe. I hope I could steer you in the right direction. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and would want maybe like a statement pieces or like pieces that elevate your fits for fall, because I also wrote a list of those as well, and I feel like it would be a good counterpart. Like if you have these pieces down, the next step would be some pieces to like zhuzh up your wardrobe, you know? Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.